Hey everyone, my name is Blakey and welcome to the European Serato studio here in Hackney, East London. Now we've just had a very special delivery from Pioneer DJ. This is their brand new flagship 6-channel DJM-V10 club mixer. Now we're releasing Serato club kit support for this mixer. So I'm going to take it out of the box, I'm going to show you what the mixer can do, and I'm also going to show you how to get your Serato connected to this. Let's do it. So here it is, this is it. This is the Pioneer DJ DJM-V10 6-channel mixer. This is their new flagship mixer. You're very likely to find this in a club, so it's important that you know how this works. So let's go over what is on this mixer. So you have a dedicated filter on each channel. You can choose between low pass and high pass, and you have a resonance here. Now you also have some send effects right here. So you have 4 built-in send effects. You've got short delay, long delay, dub echo, reverb, and you can control these via these send dials here. Now you also have 2 external sends, which is really cool. It means you can plug in your own devices for effects and send those to whichever channel you like. Moving over to the headphones. Now this is very unique. This is not something I've ever seen on a club mixer. You've got headphones A, and you've also got headphones B. You plug in headphones B on the front of the mixer, and headphones A you can plug in right here. Now headphones A, it has a few more options than headphones B. Headphones A, you can link the 2, and headphones A also has a split Q button. Headphones B over here, you can also link them here, and then you've got Q and master, and you've got the volume right here. Moving over to the booth controls. Now this is very cool. You have a high and a low EQ for the booth. Again, not something I've ever seen in a club mixer, and that will be super handy at certain venues where you just need to tweak it a bit, turn the bass down, turn the highs up. That's going to be very useful. And then of course you've got the volume right here. Moving over to the microphones. Now you have 2 mic inputs, and these are isolated, which means you do not have to sacrifice one of your channels to use those mics. You have a low and a high EQ right here. And you can also assign the beat effects, which is the mixer's built-in effects unit, to the microphone, which is very, very cool. Moving up to the master section, you have the master volume here, but you also have a master 3-band isolator. Moving on to the compressors. Now each channel has its own compressor built in, and the dial is just here below the trim. So what I've done is I've pulled up an old school UK garage track in my library, and it's a little bit on the quiet side. It's quite an old song. So let's play that and let's apply the compressor and let's see what it sounds like. So this is it without the compressor. So that's what the compressor sounds like. What's interesting is even when you turn the compressor up quite high, it gets louder, but it doesn't start to redline. Let's do that again. So this compressor is going to be a great way of playing old songs, vinyl rips, unreleased tracks of yours in a club on a big system, and them still competing with other mastered tracks. Let's check out the beat effects section of this mixer. Now, unlike other Nexus mixers in the Pioneer range, you now no longer have to select the channel that you want to assign the effects to with a switch. You can just do that right here, which is really cool. You can do it on the master too. You also have a frequency selector, which is very, very cool. So let's say you are on echo. You can turn off the lows and have the mid and highs on so that you get a low cut echo. And that applies to any effect you use. So if you want to use reverb and you want to just have the mid range on the reverb, let's see what that sounds like. Let's try out the echo. So you can use the touch screen right here if you want to select your beat value, or you can just use the left and right here. So that's a low cut echo. Let's just turn on the mids now. Okay, now it's time to get this mixer connected to Serato via Club Kit. Now on the top of the mixer, you have two USBs. I have got my USB cable plugged into USB-B, so therefore I have changed the selectors to every channel to USB-B. Now let's move over to the software. Now if you go into the settings tab, your primary decks, this is where you select your preferred channel setup for your main two decks. Now, because I'm using two turntables here, I have two options for my primary decks. I can either have it set for Serato decks 1 and 2 to come through channels 1 and 3 of the mixer, or I can have it set so that my Serato decks 1 and 2 go through channels 3 and 4 of the mixer. For now, I'm just going to put them through channels 1 and 3, but if you prefer your channels to be in the middle of the mixer, then you will choose this setting here. Okay, so on the mixer, I have the phono cable from my left turntable plugged into the phono of channel 1, and I have my phono cable from my right turntable plugged into the phono input of channel 3. Because I'm using turntables, you need to make sure that you have turntables selected here, and if you're using CDJs, just switch it to CDJs here. You can also go into the custom settings here. This will bring up the DJM-V10 setting utility application, and then you can set up these inputs to whatever you like. So you can customize it for your own tastes. So now with each deck set to relative, you will see that the left deck will come through channel 1 of the mixer. And deck 2 will come through channel 3 of the mixer. So that is how you get set up with the brand new Pioneer DJ DJM-V10 mixer via Club Kit for Serato. I hope you found that useful. See you next time.